What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to the Let's Play 99 Blind. In the last episode, I really left you guys hanging as we just opened the lock to this coffin, and we're presumably going to see what or who is inside. And I have been dying to see this. Unfortunately, I've been waiting for quite a bit, much like you guys have since the previous episode. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. There was a click. And with a heavy clunk, the lid of the coffin slid off onto the floor. Someone sat up from inside. Snake, 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 snake. It's Snake! Whoa, what's with that outfit though? Snake! You. Why? What are those symbols? Are those the various, like, solar system symbols? Ah, those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken. Where are the others? Are they elsewhere? Of course, there was no reason Snake would have known anything about where anyone else would be. Junpei and Seven looked at one another. There was a great deal he needed to know, but there's really not a whole lot of time. They had to tell him something, however, so they began to talk. Snake explained to them how he came to be locked in the coffin. Apparently, he'd been hit with some sort of knockout gas, and Junpei and Seven explained what had happened to the rest of them. Interesting. So, if that's the story, it makes it seem like 2, Snake, is not actually 0 in this case, and Snake was set up by, whoever gave the note to Ace, and then Ace was also played by having, Snake be taken out and then having his clothes be put on someone else. Interesting. I see. I believe I got the gist of everything. Have I been sufficiently caught up? Well, I mean, there's a lot going on, but no, there was one thing they kept from him. Yeah, it's probably Clover. There was one thing, however, that neither Seven nor Junpei could bring themselves to say. That Ace had killed Clover. They feared that if Snake knew, he might well go insane. Yeah. They decided as much by a look the moment Snake had climbed out of the coffin. But that still doesn't explain why you were trapped in here. We've still no clue about Zero's true identity, let alone why the heck he's doing all this. Why did he put Guy X in Snake's clothes? Is all this stuff somehow related to that nonary game that was played 9 years ago? Hey, Snake, do you know anything? Junpei put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating. What are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying. It seemed as though Snake was perhaps not being entirely honest, but that knowledge did Junpei and Seven little good. Oh, come on, just tell us if you know. I don't know what to tell you. How can I know something I don't? No matter how many times they asked, he insisted that he knew nothing. Okay, Snake, I'm not buying it. It was becoming clear that Snake wouldn't give in, and every second they spent asking him was a second wasted. This is bad. We're running out of time. We need to go after Ace. However, I think what they're going to come to the conclusion is they need Clover's bracelet. They stood in silence, the overpowering atmosphere of the chapel almost stifling. Junpei, Seven, and Snake simply stood, at a loss for what they should do next. What do we do now? He glanced over at Snake's wrist. Sure enough, he could see the 2 on the bracelet on Snake's wrist. The 3 of us can't make a digital root of 9. Yeah, we just get 5.
つまり、この3人では先には進めないということになるが。
We're stuck here then. Hey, I just remembered something. Yep. Seven began patting his pockets as if he were checking to see if any of them held anything. What?
どうしたんだい？
What is it?
いや、実はあることを思い出してな。
I found something
あることっ
earlier.
て？
What did you find?
これだよ。
This. He'd finally found the pocket he wanted, and his hand dove into it. Seven pulled out something round and metal. Oh. The zero bracelet. A bracelet. There was no mistaking the number glowing at them from the face like a cartoon eye. Zero.
バングル。
Zero's bracelet.
なんだって？
What did you say?
セブンは今ゼロのバングルを持ってるっていうのか？
Are you saying that Seven has the number zero bracelet?
ああ、
Yeah.
そんなもの一体どこで？
Where did you get that? Snake's question was innocent enough, but if he learned the truth, if he'd been able to see, he would have noticed Seven look away.
四つ葉からもらったんだ。
Clover gave it to
四
me.
つ葉から。
She did? Yeah.
どういう経緯で？
How did she come by it?
四つ葉はこのバングルを
Well, she found it.
A
See,
デッキにある1の扉の先、船長室の中で見つけたらしいんだ。
on the other side of door 1, A deck, in the captain's quarters.
かさばるから持っててくれって、そう頼まれてな。
She asked me to hold on to it because it was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around. We saw in the previews, though, how she was intent on holding an axe. So I'm not sure if Snake's gonna buy that, but he's lying. Junpei could tell right away that Seven wasn't telling the truth.
あいつはこう言っていた。
He even told us earlier.
中はまだ見てねえ。現場保存は捜査の鉄則だからな。
I haven't actually looked at it yet. Didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know. Basic stuff. So now you have to wonder, is he lying right now about what he's saying? Or is he lying about not disturbing the crime scene? Interesting.
言いつつ、実は一つだけ
Is this him
拝借させてもら
taking
った
pity
も
on
のもあった
Snake
りするんだが。
and lying as a result? Or is this meant to even deceive Junpei? Well, I did borrow one thing.
それはニルスに四つ葉のことを悟らせないための。
Okay, yeah, that's what I would lean towards as well. He probably said that so Snake doesn't find out about Clover.
というわけで、ジュペイ、留守番の方、よろしく頼むぞ。
Alright, Junpei, been nice knowing you. What? What? Yeah, now that they've got a third bracelet, the zero one, they can just go Snake and Seven in the zero.
なんてな、冗談だよ。
Come on, man, I'm just kidding.
だが、このゼロのバングルが、レッドに認識されるかどうかは、一応調べておきたい。
Still, just in case, I want to make sure the zero bracelet gets picked up by the red. I mean, if you're not going to leave Junpei behind and go after Ace, what are you going to do? Snake, give me a hand, alright? Quite literally. Without waiting for a response, he started walking toward the door. Junpei and Snake followed him, quietly. Before long, they found themselves in front of the larger of the two doors. Seven and Snake put their palms on the red. Are they going to at least, like, take a glance inside? Once they'd done that, Seven put the number zero bracelet on the scanner panel as well. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. There it is. Now they just needed to pull the lever and the door would open.
な
Error.
んでだ。開かないぞ。
Huh? Why isn't it opening?
三つ目のアスタリスクは灯ったから、
Well, the third asterisk lit up,
ゼ
so
ロのバングルが認識されてないってことはなさそうだが、
it must have registered the zero bracelet.
ゼロじゃないのかもしれないよ。
Maybe it isn't actually zero. It's a fair point. We did see that with, manipulating the left and right buttons, we could change the number, but... Well, no, those were just kind of flashing strings going by. Huh?
なんだって
What?
そのバングルに割り振られてる数字はゼロじゃないのかもしれない。
That bracelet may not actually produce the number zero when scanned.
そう言ってるんだ。
That is what I'm saying. Alright, Snake, I'm listening.
別の組み合わせで試してみたらどうかな。
Why don't we try a few different
そう
combinations?
すればそのバングルの本当の数字がわかるかも。
Perhaps we can determine what number that bracelet actually contains. But I mean, with the people here, there's only so much we can do, right? We could do Snake and then ourselves, and we could see if it's the number 4, right? Because... Or no. Snake is, what, 2? And then so that's not going to work. I mean, it could be the number 2, I guess, if there are repeats. But we could see if it's the number 2, and then if we were to go with 7, we'd be able to see if it's the number 6.
わかった。
Got it. Junpei nodded. They decided to use the following combination. Okay, so we can see if it's a repeat of 2. I think that's interesting.
これ謎のバングルでやってみよ
Let's try Snake, me, and the bracelet. Snake plus Junpei. Junpei equals 2 plus 5
う。この
equals
組み合わ
7.
せで9の扉が開いたら、謎のバングルには2が割り振られていることになる。
If this combination works, then the number for this bracelet is 2, which I think is, if there is a duplicate, it would be the most understandable for a number 2 bracelet to be running around, given the whole situation with Guy X. So, let's see. Nope. The door didn't open. The mysterious bracelet wasn't 2.
開かないね。
It didn't open.
その謎のバングルは2番じゃないみたいだな。
Guess it's not 2.
ってことは、
Then, I mean, we could see if it's 4 as well. I mean, I don't have anything to go off of. We could see if it's 6, I guess.
俺、7、謎のバングルでやってみよう。
Let's try me 7 in the bracelet. Junpei plus 7 equals 5 plus 7 is 12, so 1
この
plus 2
組み
is
合わせで
3.
9の扉が開いたら、
This combination works.
謎のバングルには
Then the number for this
6が
bracelet is 6. They scanned in their bracelets, and we'll see. Ooh, it worked. So the bracelet is 6.
開いた。
It opened.
ああ、そのようだね。
Yes, so it would seem. So why is there a second bracelet that... Huh? Is June 0? What? What? There's no way, because, well, I mean, it would have to be a second bracelet, right, that functions as the number 6. Because there's no way June could, like, have a bracelet that functions as 0 but appears to be 6. Just based on previous events. Why would it be specifically 6? Why would there be a 0 bracelet that has a value of 6? Maybe it's programmable, customizable to whatever is needed, and the last needed number was 6? Potentially? We'll see. 7 clearly hadn't thought their experimentation would produce anything useful, and looked rather confused. Snake was, as usual, calm and smug. The door slid closed, Junpei's forehead furrowed as he thought.
謎のバングルに割り振られた数字は6だったってことか。
That means the bracelet is actually 6. There's the math.
どうして6なんだ？
But how is that
バ
possible?
ングルの文字盤には0と表示されているのに。
The display on the bracelet clearly shows a 0. Suddenly, from somewhere far beneath them, they heard the creak and groan of tearing metal. Is time running out? With it came the sound of water pouring into parts of the ship that had, until recently, been dry.
ま
Uh-oh.
ずいな。タイムリミットが来ちまったのか。
Aw, man, that's not good. I guess our time's just about up, huh?
とにか
Oh,
く
man, you gotta get going.
扉が開くことは分かったんだ。行こ
At any rate, we know now that the door can be opened. Let's
う。
go.
行くって。ニルス、お前はどうするんだよ。
But, Snake, are you sure?
そうだ。先に進めるのは俺と順平だけだぜ。
Yeah, you know that only Junpei and I can go through this way. He's gonna be like, yeah, I inferred from your, not mentioning Clover at all that she actually died.
安心しろ。いい考えがあるんだよ。
You needn't
最後
worry.
の手段を使うんだ。
I have a solution to this problem. Oh boy, Snake, what's going on? My last resort. But if now is not the time for the last resorts, then when? Ooh, I'm excited. Snake pulling the comeback.
最後の
Last
手段
resort. Here we go. Is this door gonna be different? Are we gonna sprint to the end of another hallway? Seems so. Literally no dialogue. Oh well. They made it through. Junpei, 7, and Snake ran full tilt down a long, straight hallway. How did I call it? They were headed for the stern of the ship and had no time for distractions. As they ran, 7 spoke. Gotta admit, you really surprised me there, kid. I couldn't figure out how the heck you were gonna get out of that one. How come you didn't do that right off the bat? As I told you, it was the last resort. Huh? What are they even referring to right now? Had I used it at the beginning of the game, I would have come under a great deal of suspicion. What are they referring to? I imagine that most people would have taken it to mean that I was Zero. Is he talking about doubting the numbers on the bracelet or what? Once they'd convinced themselves of that, I wasn't optimistic about my chances of making it out of here alive, let alone unscathed. I felt it best to play my cards close to the chest, as it were. That way, if I were in a situation where there was nothing else I could do, I'd have a little trick up my sleeve. I'd just take my bracelet off. Snake's plan had been simple but effective. He'd simply removed his bracelet. How? To Junpei, it had looked as though Snake had simply crushed the bones of his hand until they were small enough to fit through the wristband. Of course, that would have been practically impossible, so how had he done it? I mean, are they going to play off of his prosthetic arm? I don't feel like Zero would attach a bracelet to something that couldn't pick up a pulse in the first place, though, right? My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake, it's not a real arm. Snake had slid the bracelet off and tossed it into the coffin. I know this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I'm glad that's a fake arm. Hang on, I don't quite have my head wrapped around this. So Snake slid the bracelet off his arm. I'm still surprised that Zero was okay with the bracelet being on something that doesn't have a pulse in the first place. But if we assume that he overlooked that, and, you know, he assumed that the bracelet would work on Snake's prosthetic arm that he wasn't aware of, or she, for that matter, Snake took the bracelet off and tossed it into the coffin. Why? And then has been running around with what? Did he anticipate ending up in the coffin? And that's why he tossed it in there? I'm confused. Don't have to be afraid of the door if you don't got a bracelet. So he tossed the bracelet so that he wouldn't blow up should he go into a door and, you know, didn't have to check into it or anything like that. So does he not have it on right now? Oh, or is this before entering the 9 door, like just now? So like just before now, he took the bracelet off and then threw it in there. But wait, why? I thought the whole point was that their combination... Oh, no, now I get it. It's just the combination of 7 in Junpei and the 0 bracelet would be able to get through. So in order to get Snake through as well, he would have to take off his bracelet. I get it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Now that I realize they're talking about just before the immediate entry into the 9 door and not prior to being in the coffin in the first place. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. You are correct. He'd walked through the door easily, without authenticating. He stepped out the other side unscathed and begun running down the hall alongside 7 and Junpei. They kept running for a while longer and eventually came upon a set of stairs leading downward on the right side of the hallway. They stopped and peered down the staircase. I think these stairs connect to the bottom deck. Doesn't look like it's underwater. They nodded quickly to one another and jogged down the stairs. It took only a few minutes to make their way to the bottom deck. There was a single hallway in front of them, at the end of which was a single door. What's gonna be waiting through this door, though? Let's go through that door. Junpei threw it open. Inside was a massive iron gate. A plate was affixed to the top of it. Caution, incinerator? It read incinerator? What? Hold up, this isn't Corpse Party.
インシネレーター
Incinerator?
まあそれは多分焼却炉のことだ
Oh my, that doesn't sound very pleasant.
扉の近くにレバーがついてないかな
Do you see a lever near the gate, perhaps?
ああ確かについてるわ
Yeah, right over here.
お前なんでそんなこと知ってんだ
How did you know that? Well, you'd imagine there's some means of operating the
話し
incinerator.
てあげてもいいだけど半日は覚悟してくれ
Well, I'd be happy to regale you with the story. I imagine it would only take half a day or so. Junpei grumbled, gave Snake a dirty look, and jogged over to the lever.
それを操作すれば扉は開くはずだ
If you pull it, the door ought to open.
分かった
Got it. You're not going to take a second to look around the incinerator to see if there are any other doors to go through before opening the door to the incinerator? He pulled the lever down. It's going to be like the final escape room as we try to make it out of an incinerator. Are we about to willingly walk into an incinerator right now? With the rumble of an ancient motor, the door opened. There was no need to hold back and no time to hesitate. They pushed their way inside. There is definitely time to hesitate before running into an incinerator. Standing in front of them were Ace and Lotus. Great. Ace still held the revolver in his hand. It was still pressed hard against Lotus's temple. A small dark bruise had begun to form near the tip. Even from several yards away, Junpei could see that Lotus was shaking. She was terrified. But perhaps more interesting was what Junpei saw behind them. Is that blood? Oh no, a final 9 door. 9. Another number 9 door.
そんな
There have been 2 9 doors along the way
どうし
now.
てだ
What?
ど
Why?
うしてここにも9の扉が
Why is there another one? The door stopped Junpei in his tracks. It simply shouldn't have been there. I think the idea is there were the 2 9 doors prior in the chapel to provide a sense of false hope that everybody could make it out. And then this final 9 door is accessible through the incinerator. And by opening this final 9 door, whoever's left behind is going to be incinerated. I think is the intent here. As his brain finally began to consider why, the whine of a warning klaxon filled the air, drowning out any thought.
Emergency alert!
Warning!
Emergency alert!
Warning!
Emergency incineration command
Emergency incineration command. Gotta love that English.
has been confirmed.
Has been acknowledged. I find it so funny they didn't just translate it as emergency alert, emergency incineration command has been confirmed. It's literally English.
Automatic incineration will take action.
Automatic incineration will take place in
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Yeah. Shocker that it's something to do with 9. Yeah, this is why, Junpei, you hesitate before walking into an incinerator. Come on, man.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
ああ、いいね。盛り上がってきたじゃないか。
Oh my, how exciting.
なかなかいい演出だと思うぞ、ゼロ。
You've run quite a show here, Zero. A terrifying smile twisted Ace's
頭の
face.
悪そうなお前らのために翻訳してやろう。
What's the matter? Too frightened to understand? For what it's worth, how many of them are there? 5 people in total? And Snake without a bracelet? Yeah, they could all make it out alive. Ace and Lotus, Junpei, 7, Snake without a bracelet, plus the bracelet, the 0 bracelet they have, would add up to 18, I think. Or no, it would add up to some multiple of 9 though, is the real important part.
今のアナウンスはな。
Here, let me explain. I think it would add up to 27.
焼却システムの開始を告げるものだ
It's said that the incineration system is about to
あと9分
activate.
でこのドームは火の海になる
In 9
そう言っ
minutes,
たんだ
this room will be engulfed in flame.
お前は誰だ
Huh? Who are
わ
you?
からないのか
I
ウ
love
イル
it.
スだよ
You don't recognize me? I'm hurt. It's me, Snake. I love it because he doesn't have the clothes on and everything like
イ
before.
ロス
Snake?
ああ、そうかそうか。生きてたんだったな、お前。
Ah, yes, you are
そんな
alive.
へんてこな衣装を着てるもんだからわからなかったよ。
I'm afraid your bizarre style had me confused. Yeah, I still don't know why he has that whole getup.
よくぞご無事で
I'm
生
quite
きてて
glad.
何よりだった
Quite glad to see that you're alive. I don't know about that. Ace's voice didn't change. Snake
と
ground
こ
his
ろでお
teeth.
前らどうやってここに来たんだ
If you don't mind my asking, how did you get
ニ
here?
ルス純平セブンこの3人では Q の扉は開けないはずだが
Snake, Junpei, 7, the three of you couldn't have opened a door with a 9.
もしかして四つ葉のバングルを使ったのか
Uh-oh, did you use Clover's bracelet, perhaps?
何なの
What? Yeah, I mean, like, that's a reasonable assumption.
あ
But,
あどうやらその反応からすると違うようだね
well, your reaction suggests that you did
待
not.
て
Hold on.
どうして突然四つ葉のバングルなんて話が出てくるんだ
Why did you think we'd have Clover's bracelet? Junpei felt his chest tighten.
まさかお前まだ教えてもらってないのか
Oh, they haven't told you?
何を
Yikes. Told me what?
そうかその様子だとやはり知らないようだな
Clearly not.
本来であればもっとたっぷりともったいつけてじらしてやるところなんだが
Normally, I would take some time and enjoy the moment, but I'm afraid my time is at a premium just now.
会いに行くと時間がない
I'll have to make this
四
quick.
つ葉はな
Clover.
やめろ一味はそれ以上言うな
Don't do it, Ace. Keep your mouth shut.
四つ葉は
Clover.
ろと言ってるだろ
I said stop it.
聞いちゃダメだ
Don't listen to him, Snake. Junpei could feel his voice going hoarse, but Snake didn't listen to him.
どうしたんだ
What happened to Clover? Ace looked at him. The corner of his mouth curled into the hook of a cruel
四つ葉は
smile.
な死んでしまったんだよ
Clover died. The color left Snake's face. He shook his head weakly.
そんなバカな
No, that's not true. That's impossible. For what it's worth, though, where did Snake think that Clover was? Where's June right now? Right?
嘘に決まってる
And Santa's back there as well. So I don't know if he just thought that Clover was back with them too, but it's a lie. It has to be a
嘘
lie.
なもんか私が殺したんだ間違いない
Oh, it's quite true. I can assure you that I killed her myself, you see.
なんだと
What? He opened his eyes for that.
もう一度言ってやろうか
I'm sorry. Did I stutter?
私が殺したんだ
I killed her. Snake's face twisted into a mask of rage, mottled red rising to dot his pale skin. His entire body shook. He looked to Junpei, disturbingly like a demon.
本当ならもっと苦しませずに行かせてやりたかったんだがな
I would have rather she died with less
この
suffering.
銃を使って頭を撃ち抜いて
A bullet in her brain, perhaps, would have been
だ
ideal.
がそんなことをしたら銃声が響き渡ってしまう
Unfortunately, that would have made quite a bit of
だ
noise.
からナイフを使ったんだよ9番の男が持っていたあのナイフをな
Circumstances being what they were, I was forced to settle for the knife. The one the ninth man had, you remember?
ちょうど肩甲骨の下あたりだったか
I believe I caught her just below the shoulder
うまい
blade.
具合に肋骨の隙間をすり抜けてくれてね
I was rather lucky, in fact. My first thrust went right between her
ああ
ribs.
そうそう彼女の肉はとっても柔らかかったよ
Her flesh was so
何
soft.
の抵抗もなくスッとナイフの刃がうずもれていった
My knife slid in so easily, there was no
あ
resistance.
の感触思い出しただけでもゾクゾクするね
That feeling was, I confess, I feel rather excited. It is a powerful
でき
memory.
ることならもう一度味わいたいぐらいだ
Someday, perhaps, I hope I can feel it again. Yikes.
Incineration will start in
Incineration will begin in
7 minutes.
7 minutes. I'm going to kill you. Snake's words were a guttural growl, barely
あ
audible.
あなんだって
What was that?
殺してやる殺してやる
I'll kill you.
ああ殺してやるって言ったのか
So you're going to kill me.
どうぞやれるもんならやってみたまえ
Please do. Come now, I'm waiting.
よせニルス
Don't do it. Don't listen to him,
ダ
Snake.
メだ奴の挑発に乗るな
Stop it, kid. He's screwing with your head.
ほらどうしたかかってこいよ
Is there a problem? What are you waiting for,
す
boy?
ぐに妹のところに行かせてやるぜ
Don't you want me to send you to join your sister?
ダメだニルス
Don't Don't! Snake! Don't do it! But Snake could no longer hear them. Snake could no longer hear anything. No, Snake, no, this is not the way to go. No, now Ace is gonna shoot Snake. Oh. Snake moved like a bolt of lightning. His scream echoed through the incineration chamber, full of rage and despair. Snake! Snake is... he just got shot. All I can think of is... Lotus better take advantage of this moment. Another scream filled the room. It was Lotus. She ran across the room toward Junpei, her eyes wide with terror. Lotus! Hurry, this way! Snake's ill-fated attack had loosened Ace's grip on her, and she'd made a run for it. Well, I'm glad that at least happened. Although I would have rather she, tackled Ace or tried to grab the gun or something like that and allowed other people to approach Ace rather than now, well, have all three of them at a more distant gunpoint. Regardless, she reached Seven and Junpei and ducked behind them.
Incineration will start in
Incineration will begin in
5 minutes.
5 minutes. You guys can all make it out with the bracelets you have available.
その女を渡せ。
Give me the woman. He raised the
そ
gun.
いつがいないと困るんだよ。
I need her.
私とその女と例の9番のバングルで認証を行わないと、
Without her bracelet,
この背後にある9の扉から脱出することができないんだ。
I will be unable to open this door.
だから、早くしてくれ。時間がないんだ。
Quickly now. I don't have time for your shenanigans. In the center of the room, Snake's body lay eerily still. He looked like a human larva, prone and vulnerable on the
あ
floor.
あ、なるほど。やむを得んな。
I see. Then it would seem I have no choice. Now he's just going to shoot
な
everyone.
らば君たちにはここで死んでもらうことにしよ
The rest of you must die as
う。
well.
幸いなことに弾はまだ5発も残っている。
Fortunately, I have 5 bullets
順
left.
平君に1発、社に1発。そこのバカでかい男に3発お見舞いして。
One for Junpei, another for Lotus, and the last 3 for that lump of idiotic man you call Seven.
私は社の体を引きずりながらこの部屋を後にすることにしよ
I will take Lotus's body with me and leave this room.
Incineration will start
Incineration will begin in
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
う。さあ、そろそろ時間だ。
Well, it looks as though our time together is at an
君
end.
たちと遊べて楽しかったよ。
I rather enjoyed playing with you. Darn it. Junpei could see Ace's finger tighten. He could see it begin to squeeze down on the trigger. You gotta run. His body tense, preparing for the catastrophic impact of hot lead against human flesh. You guys gotta disperse and run and spread out and make him try to hit you and miss. Come on, guys.
それじゃあな。
Give yourselves a fighting chance. Goodbye. Then it happened. Kill you. Whoa. Snake coming back from the dead? What? Snake stood up. Huh?
バカな。
What? Hacks mode odd. What? No, that's impossible. For the first time, Ace's composure broke. With obvious effort, Snake lunged forward one step closer to Ace, then another. He looked, for all the world, like a zombie. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. His voice was the mournful wailing of the undead.
来るな。それ以上近づいてみろ。
Stay away from me. Get back.
今度こそ、本当にお前を。
Stop. If you come any closer, I'll get away from me. Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake didn't stop. He continued his stiff, inexorable approach, his eyes twin pools of pure fury.
聞こえないのか。来るなと言ってるだろうが。
Listen to me. I said don't come any closer.
あくそ。この死に族のイベ
You baka. That was 5 shots. Ace's revolver leapt 5 times. 5 times, the air in the incinerator was split by the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twitched as 5 clouds of blood and torn flesh leapt into the air across his body. A fine pink mist drifted from his body and disappeared. Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before. And then his strength was gone. His legs crumbled and his broken and shattered and battered body slid to the floor.
Incineration will start
Incineration will begin in
in minutes.
3 minutes.
今度こそシン
Finally, you're... But Snake wasn't done. What? I'll kill you. After 6 bullets? 6 shots? I mean, like, depending on where they go, obviously. He could have not died, but... Wow. Even as the pool of blood beneath him grew, he began to move. He half crawled, half slid toward Ace. And he actually grabbed onto him. One bloody arm wrapped itself around Ace's leg.
捕まえたぞ
You won't get away. And the other gripped his thigh with strength that should have been long gone.
貴様バカ者か
You baka. You're a monster.
話すんだくしゃ
Get off of me. Let me go. Darn you. He kicked at Snake with his free leg, driving his foot in Snake's face, his arm, his shoulder. It made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once a snake has ensnared its prey, rarely does it release it. I love it.
一味やこれで終わりだな
This is it, Ace. However, well, it's not like we're gonna be able to get out, all of us though, together though, if Ace is down.
地獄の豪華に焼かれるといい
We're going to burn to death together.
なんだと
What?
Incineration will start
Incineration will begin in
in minutes.
2 minutes. Yikes.
いやくしゃくしゃ
Ah, darn it. Darn you.
話せ話すんだこのけだものめ
Get off. Let me go, you monster.
ああわかったわかったあそれじゃあこうしよう
Okay. Look, think about it this
私
way.
の会社の傘下にある病院そこに優秀な医者がいる
My company owns a wonderful hospital. It has excellent
この程
doctors.
度の傷ならおそらく簡単に治してもらえるはずだ
You're not wounded too seriously. I'm sure they can fix you up
君
easily.
は知らないきっと助かるだからな
You don't have to die. You can be saved. Just let me go. Probably relishing the fact that now Ace is begging for his life.
哀れだなこの後に及んで命乞いとは
Pathetic. Begging for your life. Then Seven and Lotus began to speak. Junpei could hear tears in their voices, and their words were strained.
もういいもう十分だ
Snake, that's enough. You can stop now.
ええそうよニルスもう分かったわ
Yes, he's right, Snake. You've done enough.
最高ニルスこの出るんだ
Come on, Snake. Let's go. Let's get out of here. You guys need Ace to get out with
みんな
Lotus,
で
though,
脱出す
too.
るの
You have to come with us. We have to leave together. Snake turned toward them. He coughed, and blood spattered across the floor. Then he smiled a sad sort of smile.
悪いけどそれはできないよ
I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that.
僕に構わず君たちは早く脱出を
You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon.
僕はこいつを道連れにして
I'm going to take him with
う
me.
るさいだめ
Shut up! Be quiet! Man, this music, though, is so intense, too.
妹を守れなかった
I couldn't save Clover. My sister died because of me.
これはせめてもの罪滅ぼしさ
Perhaps this will begin to atone for that.
この世であいつに許してもらうために
Perhaps in the afterlife, she can forgive me.
さあだから早く
Now go! Go now! But Lotus is 8, 7 is 7, that's 15, Junpei is 5, that makes 20, they have a bracelet that's 6. 26. They need Ace's bracelet.
行け行くんだ
You have to go! Otherwise, Lotus isn't gonna make it either. Incineration will begin in... I mean, they could do Junpei, 7 in the bracelet, but...
1 minute.
1 minute. You guys gotta figure this out real quick.
くそダメだもう時間がない
Darn it. We're out of time.
ジュペ
We gotta go! 7 ran toward the exit. Lotus followed him. But Junpei couldn't move. There were white lines down Snake's cheeks where his tears had washed the blood away. He was broken, body and soul, and Junpei felt as though half of his own heart had been torn out. His eyes stung, and he tried desperately to swallow to clear the lump in his throat.
純平君何をやってる早く行け
Junpei, what are you doing? You have to... Get out of here. Now! Junpei's chest tightened, pulled taut by anger, misery, and a cold feeling of emptiness. Pure emotion surged through his heart, alongside the torrent of blood. He could feel it building, a tremendous wave growing taller and taller and taller. And then it broke, crashing down with thunderous force onto his shaken, unprepared mind. Snake! Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by instinct now, and he launched himself across the floor at Snake and Ace. Or he tried to.
待てよせバカなまねはやめろ
Wait, don't be an idiot, Junpei! Yeah, no kidding. He felt a hand grab him from behind. It was 7. Before he had time to react, the larger man had pinned Junpei's arm to his sides and was hauling him bodily back toward the door. Obviously a sucky situation, but this is one of those, like, you've really gotta really make a decision and at least keep some of you alive.
嫌だニルスを助けるんだ
No, I have to help Snake.
ニルスを
Snake! Guys, you all could have made it out. You all could have made it out.
離せ
Get off of me!
離せ
Let me go! I do kind of wish it could have just been like a Snake. Can you follow up with Ace after you make it through the 9 door?
Incineration will start in
9 seconds, I'm sure. Incineration will begin in.
10 seconds.
Aw, come on, missed opportunity. Should have been 9 seconds. Junpei's a little upset.
7, 6,
Oh man.
くそ仕方ねえ悪く思うなよ
Darn it. I don't got a choice, kid. Don't blame me for this, alright? Gonna knock him out.
5,
Just like choke him out.
4,
Oh man, come on, this is so tense. Come on, 7. Come on, 7. Be the most rational, the most reasonable person here.
やれや
1, 0. Gate 2 and Gate 3 lockdown complete. Engaging incineration.
Junpei felt 7's fist bury itself deep in his stomach, and then his legs turned to mush. 7 scooped him up in the same motion and leapt through the door. It slammed shut behind them. Junpei struggled to shaky feet. He glanced over to see Lotus only a short distance away. Junpei ran to the door.
あいつは
There was a small window cut into it. Inside, he could see Ace and Snake.
くそーくそー
Darn it! Screw you all! Why?
なんでだ
Why?
どうして私が
Why me? Oh, interesting. So they just made it... Did they exit the way they came rather than go through the 9
こん
door?
な目に
I don't
遭わなければ
deserve
ならない
this!
答えろ
Answer
ゼ
me!
ロ
Answer me! 0!
どうして
Why?
どうして
Why?
ゼロゼロ
Yikes.
ゼロ
Wow. He didn't know how much time passed. He didn't know how long he stood there in front of the incinerator. Okay, so they all made it out, not through that door in particular. I guess the question is, do they try to go back and regroup with Santa and June? And then could the three of them make it out? No? I don't think so. He looked to the side. Lotus's face was ashen, and if not for the hand she'd put against the wall, Junpei didn't think she could have stood. Seven looked old and tired and used. His eyes stared at the floor, seeing nothing. I guess they could use Ace's bracelet at this point. Junpei said nothing. He simply began to walk toward the open door in the hallway they'd come down earlier.
おい、待て、順平。
Hey, wait, Junpei!
純平くんどこに行くの？
Junpei, where are you going? He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped.
待っててくれ。紫とサンタを連れてくる。
You stay here. I'll go get Santa and June.
連れてくるって。
You're gonna bring them here?
どうやって？
いい
How?
からお前らは黙ってそこで待ってればいいんだよ。
Don't worry about that. Just stay here and wait.
Okay.
Alright? I mean, I would certainly appreciate having a concrete plan to rely on. Right? I don't know how they're gonna get both of them here. Yeah, I can't, if anything. If anything, you go in the incinerator, you get Ace's bracelet, and then you send Lotus to retrieve Santa in June. Because the three of them, plus that bracelet, should be able to get through any of the doors. That are all of the 9 doors. And then, once you get back, all of you can go through, question mark? Well, technically 5 people would go through, but you would need to register 6 bracelets for that, so maybe not. He began to walk again. Uh-oh. I feel like this is not going to be the, I feel like this isn't going to end well. He looked over his shoulder and watched Seven and Lotus grow smaller and smaller. They stared back, not moving. He wasn't sure if they could. He turned around again. He knew where he was going.
さっきここのドア叩き。
I saw an elevator on the way here.
見えたエレベーター。
Yeah, where is he going?
あれを動かすことさえできれば。
If I can get it to work, then maybe. What's his plan? Before long, Junpei found himself in front of the elevator. Next to the door was a button with a triangle on it.
動いてくれよ。
Please work. He pushed it, and the door opened. Where is he going?
よし。
Yes. I mean, he's had all the maps, so maybe he knows of a route that I'm just not aware of. The hospital room? Junpei was in the large hospital room.
紫
June! Santa! He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. Where were they? Oh no. But try as he might, he couldn't find them.
くそ。
Darn it.
こいちまったんだあいつら。
Where did they go? Increasingly frustrated and increasingly worried, Junpei left the large hospital room. They couldn't have gone through a numbered door. He had no choice. He would have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. He couldn't shake the feeling, but there was a part of him that felt it would be wrong to, even if he could. With every step he took, his legs felt more and more like lead. Where are they? What could have happened to them? What did they do? Why would they leave? No, okay, that's just the 9th man. Are they going back to Clover? Getting Clover's bracelet, maybe? To potentially go through the 4 door? No, that doesn't make sense. Where are they? There's no way they drowned, right? Did they? Did they try to go to the 9 door / the chapel? Could they have? Did they find Snake's bracelet when they went there? And they could have tried to go through a 2 door? I don't know. Sometime later, Junpei found himself at the chapel. He stepped inside, expecting to find nothing. But there, on the red carpet in the center of the room, was something we're going to find out in the next episode. Oh man, guys, this is really intense. That whole scene with Snake and Ace, oh man. I do think it could have gone a little bit better, and I do think that the people involved could have made better decisions, but I also can give them a bit of a break because it's a pretty tense situation, to say the least. But oh man, was it heart-wrenching. Press F in the chat for Snake. Not for Ace, just Snake. But now, what's going on with Santa in June? I'm so curious. Sorry to make you guys wait again, but this episode has already gone long enough. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd be shocked if you've watched any of this playthrough and didn't find it enjoyable. But until the next probably also really enjoyable episode, this is Moon Knight Zero, and this mission is complete.